Hi everyone. All right, I think we're going to get started. Welcome to A4's Town Hall on Kinship, family, all of that. Happy AA and HPIHM. We're celebrating Heritage Month by being with our families and talking about our communities and what brings us together. So thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Gold. I'm the Executive Director of A4. We're very happy that you're here tonight. Thank you to Prime Produce and to Yuko for hosting us. Yuko, do you want to say a few words about Prime Produce before we get started?
Thank you, for sure. Hi everyone, and welcome to Prime Produce. My name is Yuko, and I am one of the members here at Prime Produce Apprentice Cooperative. We are a membership cooperative. As a co-op, we run this building together. It's a multi-purpose space, event space, turtle space, and we have a recording studio and co-working space. So if you are interested in what is this space, can I host an event here? Can I plan something here? Please come talk to me. I am very excited to have A4 and you guys again, and thank you Lisa, thank you Justine for this partnership, and I hope you all have a wonderful time.
Okay, who's been to a town hall before? Almost everybody. Awesome. Okay, so you all know how this works, but for those of you who don't know, I'll tell you how it does work. But first, those of you who haven't been here before, I'll tell you a little bit about A4. So we are a 43-year-old nonprofit service organization that works to create opportunities, representation, equity for AAPI artists and arts organizations. And we do that through resource sharing, promotion, and community building, which includes activities like this, bringing people together. So I wanted to, okay, so Town Hall, for those of you, like I said, who don't know. So basically we have two featured presenters tonight. We're very excited to welcome Anjali Goyal from SAWCC and Sarah Haber from Kata. So they will be giving their featured presentations, and then we have two groups, each doing 2-minute pitches in rapid succession. And then when that's all done, then anybody who is so moved can sign up on this sheet right here with your name and your contact, whether it's your Instagram handle or your website, and you can give a 30-second pitch. And then we have a potluck. So we have ordered some pizza because it's looking a little thin over there. So hope you all like pizza. Okay, next. Okay, community. So we're in community. Want to remind everybody of our community safety statement. I don't need to read it, you can all read it there, but we just want to make sure everybody is on their good behavior. Speaking of that, I'm going to share some protocols. So we are recording this event and we hope to post it on YouTube later. Please silence your phones. If you need a restroom, there are all gender restrooms right out here to the right. And if you need internet, the Wi-Fi is primeproduce.nyc.guest, and the password is primeproduce, all lowercase. Okay, so I went through the process. So next slide. Oh, okay. So afterwards, like this, we end at 9, and we need to let people go home. So I know everybody has a really good time. They want to keep chatting, so we're going to encourage you to chat around the corner at a bar. So please, we're gonna have to kick you out at some point. So just giving you the heads up. A couple of other quick announcements. We are in the middle of our fundraising campaign. So we are trying to raise $5,000 to help us advocate for you. So on the regular, I go to City Hall and I make calls to our elected officials, and I go up to Albany and I testify at City Council hearings to make sure that our community gets its fair share of resources, which we currently do not. Right now, in terms of cultural funding, the AAPI community, we make up 18% of New York City population, but we get less than 2% of our cultural funding. So that is grossly inequitable, and I am trying to change that. So that's why I am testifying on the regular. So help me do that. So there is actually a rally in City Hall Park on the 26th on the morning at 9 o'clock. If anybody's interested in getting up and going to City Hall, there'll be a big rally of all the cultural organizations there. Okay, after, did we lose? Okay, so yeah. A couple of upcoming events. We have an event, a New Music Monday. It happens every other month. On the first Monday of the month, it's for composers and musicians to hear your music on an amazing sound system at Bang & Olufsen. So you can sign up for this. It's free. It's like very small, intimate group of 5 people. You can bring a guest, and you get to hear your work and critique other people's. It's really a great event if you're a composer, because you don't have to listen on your little headphones or your big headphones. You can hear it on $40,000 speakers. It makes a difference. Okay, after that, so this is exciting. We just opened a new fund called the A4 Arts Fund. We are giving out $500,000, $500,000 in grants to AAPI arts organizations. So with budgets of under $500,000. So for small arts organizations, nonprofits, or with a fiscal sponsor, you can sign up to apply for this. We're having an information session on June 2nd. It's by Zoom, but it's on our website if you want to learn more. It's totally unrestricted funding. You can do whatever you want with it. You can buy $10,000 worth of turtles if you want. It's like, we're not going to judge. Okay, but you do have to be doing work for the community, so they have to be Asian turtles, just so you know. Okay, sorry, next slide. Okay, this is very exciting. So on June 4th, we are venturing into the nightlife realm, and we are hosting a Pride variety show at Red Pavilion. So in April, we hosted a workshop on drag, learning how to be a drag artist, and so some and many of those participants are going to be starting their stuff on the stage. We have an amazing host, Shia Ho is going to be our MC, and we have, I think, 15 different acts. So it's going to be fun. It's $10 in advance, $15 at the door. All of the proceeds go back into the participating artist pockets. So it's going to be fun. Suggest you join us. It's from 9 to 11. And then we have another event on June 16th, so Creative Impact Artists in Action. Every year we give out microgrants of $1,500 to artists to create an act of creative care for the community. And this event, all the artists come together and talk about what they've done. And it's really amazing to hear the impact that artists have made in their communities. So artists are working in Chinatown and Flushing, they're working across different racial communities, they're supporting Palestinian creators. So all of these projects make such a difference. It's a really heartwarming event. I guarantee you, you'll feel very inspired when you leave. So come by, it's in our office, so that'll be fun. Next, we also, every year we do a workshop, an audition workshop with Disney Live Entertainment. This year, they are switching the focus up to unscripted and immersive acting. So I don't know, I think it's probably like Sleep No More auditions, kind of, I don't know. But anybody can attend, you just sign up to attend. But if you want to actually audition, there's an extra step that you take, and then Disney will make the selections. But everybody who signs up gets to be in the Disney database. So if you're interested in performing on a cruise ship, or maybe not a cruise ship these days, but if you're interested in performing with Disney, it's great to get your information into their database. So it's free, and you can get really, really good feedback from them because they have a casting director there who will give you real-time feedback. So it's great. Okay, and if you love tonight, come back for our town hall in July. The theme, this one will be on film and media because there are a lot of film festivals, AAPI film festivals in July. So this one is going to be at ICP, International Center for Photography on the Lower East Side. It's a really great venue. It's in their library usually, but also free and fun. And then, oh yeah, okay, so it's always AAPI month at A4. So if you want to celebrate with our Lunar New Year merch, it's still available on our site. You can get a hat, baseball cap, you can get a shirt. We have it black, white, we have t-shirts, hoodies, all of that. So check it out. Proceeds go to A4, as you can imagine, to make these events free. The AMP, we have an online magazine. So if you all haven't read it, new content every week. You can pitch. If you have an idea, if there's something, we feature reviews, we feature interviews, essays. So if there's something happening that you think we should be covering, then send a pitch in. So we do this, it's for AAPI artists to write about us and our community, and we pay. So check it out. And also, if you have events coming up, if you have a show, an exhibition, performance, anything, we have a free community calendar. So sign up. We also have an opportunities page, which you probably all know about. It's our most trafficked page on our website. It has jobs, things like that. But this is a great way to promote your event, and this is how we pull information for our newsletter that goes out every other week. So I hope you've all signed up for our newsletter. And okay, so are we done? I think we're done here with this part. So now I want to thank our supporters who make this possible. So the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, in partnership with the City Council, New York State Council on the Arts with the support of Governor Kathy Hochul and the New York State Legislature, Howard Gilman Foundation, Ford Foundation, CJ Huang Foundation, the Whole Family Foundation, and lots of generous individuals just like you. So thank you, and a huge thanks to our awesome staff who is here in force tonight. Michelle, Sarah, Addie, Danny, and Justine, and Maka, of course. So as some of you may know, this is Justine's last public program. She is leaving us to move to the West Coast, and we will miss her dearly. It's been 4 years of amazing work, community building. We're so grateful for all that you've done for so many artists and for our A4. So I'm gonna let you say a few words, if you would like, to our community before you go.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everyone. It's so great to be here with all of you tonight. Yeah, it's been 4 years, and I would say, I was actually calculating the other day, I've helped lead 96 programs in those 4 years, and 22 of them have been town halls, and so this is my 22nd town hall. It is, I would say, like numbers aside and all the work aside, like really the best part of my job has really been getting to know all of the incredible and thoughtful artists and creatives and arts workers and cultural workers across New York City and across the country. And Town Hall is the place where I actually get to know a lot of you. During the potluck, the networking, have started and had great conversations and gone on to make a lot of friends and stay connected, following a lot of your work. And even once I move to the Bay Area, I'd like to continue and following your work, staying in touch, and being your biggest fan. So, no, this is not goodbye. I plan to, support A4 from a distance, and if you'd like to keep in touch, feel free to find me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, at Justine Ray Lee. I'm very proud of this community. I'm very moved by all of the work that you do and all of the time and energy and care you put into your work. This has been one of the best jobs I've ever had. I don't know if I'll ever have a better job. I'm just taking it all in, and want to also express my gratitude to my team for supporting me, for really making so much of A4 happen behind the scenes, and I'm gonna miss everyone. And if you have any questions about A4, about the role, I'm gonna be here for another couple weeks.
about a week-ish. My last day is next Thursday, and we do have an open role for programs. We are looking for someone to take the lead here. So if you want to learn more, if you think you might be qualified or you know someone who is, feel free to let them know about the open position. I just, tremendous gratitude for all of you, and I hope that I get to see you at the networking portion. Please stay in touch. Thank you.
If anybody wants that job, it's a good show. All right, so before we start, I'm just going to do a quick land acknowledgement because we acknowledge that the land politically designated as New York City to be the homeland of the Munsee and Lenape peoples, who were violently displaced as a result of European settler colonialism over the course of 400 years. And the Lenape are diasporic people who remain closely connected with the land and are its rightful stewards. So as an organization that focuses on the rights of underrepresented people and in solidarity with Indigenous people, we recognize this history and uplift the sovereignty of Indigenous people and territory. So now I would like to introduce our first featured presenter, Sarah Machiko-Haber, the Programs and Membership Director at the Coalition of Asian American Theater and Artists, or CATA. She's worked at a number of different theater organizations, from Yale Rep Theater to TCG, Theater Mu, the LARC, National Asian American Theater Company, NATCO, and Oregon Shakes. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. So I'm Sarah, I use she, her pronouns, and as mentioned, I work for CATA. We have a very long name. We just call ourselves CATA because, again, long name. And I'm going to be reading off my phone because I did try and write everything down so we will be on time. For those who don't know, CATA is, our mission is to advance the field of all of these lovely diasporic peoples that we as a community are. And we do this by collaborating to inspire learning and sharing knowledge and resources to promote a healthy and sustainable and artistic ecology. So we are a national organization, and we have connections with people internationally as well. Our executive director, Kayla, is actually in Korea right now, talking to people at the Busan Art Center. So, next slide, please. So a bit of history and context. CATA was first discussed in September of 2003 when 6 Asian American theater companies attended a convening of theaters of color at White Oak that was sponsored by Theater Communications Group. So get up, sit up there. And at the time, Theater Mu was Mu Performing Arts. They're in the Twin Cities. If you don't know that, that would be fantastic. Conversations there morphed into the Next Big Bang, which was hosted by East West Theater in LA in June 2006. And then the first National Asian American Theater Festival was in New York City the following year. And legally, that is still our name, because that's how we were incorporated. And since then, conferences and festivals have taken place across the country. They're known as ConFest. People bring their work to the festival so people can see each other's work from across the country. And there are rooms for discussion, and it's just a good time. The last one was in Hawaii, so. Along the way, CATA also made protest and advocacy an important part of the work that we do. So this year is our 20th anniversary. And there are a lot of ways that we're celebrating and thinking about the future of what the organization looks like. So the biggest is that we're slowly transitioning into a member service organization and away from focusing most of our energy on ConFest and specific theaters. And so for us, this looks like supporting and amplifying what people are already doing in their communities and connecting across the country, and being in solidarity with others where they are, instead of imposing our idea of what programming should be. Right? Everyone already knows what they're doing locally, so we just want to support that. To celebrate this year, we've got 4 branches of programming that are all centered around these ideas of legacy, resistance, and evolution. And these words sum up the core of what we're trying to do, which is to honor our past, showcase current brilliance, and build for the future. So, next slide, please. Thank So to do this, we have sort of 4 areas of programming. So the first is Content Conversations, which is a series of panels that we're doing in collaboration with HowlRound. We've done, I think, 4 already. You can find them on HowlRound. We just had one yesterday, which was focused on the Minnesota community. Put them on like a podcast in the background. Really, people talking about the various things that they do, the things they've done. We have 1 or 2 more coming up in the future. Yeah, it's just honestly every time people have been talking, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. We also have content communities, which are in-person events. Again, this is because we want to go and support and celebrate people where they're at. So we just had one in DC. There's a new-ish organization there called Heart DMV AAPI Alliance, and we went to their 2nd meeting. And we're going to be in Boston at the end of the month to support some folks there. The New York City one's happening in September, so let us know if you can attend. And then Content Connects are our member-only online Zoom meetings. They are discipline-focused or about specific topics, but the idea is that you can connect with somebody across the country. So if you are an actor and you want to talk to an actor, if you're in Indiana and you're like, I need to talk to somebody in LA and just find out what's going on, that's the space to do this in. Or if you're just want to talk to somebody else. Not in your own community. And finally, the Godfather Prize for Planning we launched this year thanks to Roger Tang, one of our board members. I think similar to the way that A4 thinks about funding, and Roger is very aware that there are very few or no playwriting awards specifically for AAPI playwrights. And so this is an attempt at like sort of the first step in remedying this. So the festival will be online, virtually in November. We're in the middle of figuring out who those people are and reading all those plays. So we'll check it out. And come ask me about any of these things, I'm gonna go. So, this is just past Confests, various years. While our focus is on our community of all the variety of diaspora theater makers, artists of any identity are actually welcome to become a member. And there's several reasons for this, but one of the biggest is that we offer access to healthcare and believe that everyone who needs it should be able to enroll. So as an organization, we recognize the precarious nature of being an artist, and as we're shifting into sort of this member service organization, the questions we're asking ourselves center on how we can support artists to do their work nationally and locally. So this is national healthcare. Actually, yeah, let's go to the next slide. So I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, and again, talk to me if you want to know more. Last fall, Kayla, our incredible ED, she launched this healthcare program as a member benefit. So members have access to a marketplace of options, depending on your needs, or if you have an LLC, or you can access healthcare in a variety of ways, right? This is our broker, Gene. He works for Kata, and any of the members who need health insurance, you call him up or you email him. You can pick it up or drop it month to month, depending on what you need, or as works for you. It's very a la carte. And we know it's not perfect, but again, we're in the first year of it, and we're working to make changes and hear from people where it's not working. But again, the focus was on getting another option out there for people who don't have access to consistent healthcare, right? Artists, it's very, or temp workers or gig economy workers, right? So some examples of people who I've recently talked to who were signing up, someone who ran out of actor equity union weeks, like they were like 1 week short between things, and then someone else who retired early from their corporate job and doesn't yet qualify for Medicare, but still needed something to cover the gap for years while they're working on as an artist. So, that's a lot. But I'll be around and I'm happy to chat about any of these things and answer any questions you might have. We also want to give the next slide, please, a free year of membership to anybody who is interested in joining with the code Content Communities. This Linktree link will take you to our LNG, but the first one is become a content member. So you can type that code in. Members also, along with access to the healthcare, also get access to our Circle community, which is another way that we are connecting with people across the country. It means you can DM all kinds of people who are working at your affinity spaces, all sorts of things. If you would like to be added to our monthly newsletter, please email me and I will add you to our monthly newsletter. And just in general, we're working on a lot of different things, but also please be patient with us. It is myself and Kayla and Kevin. on the other end. So we're working as hard and as fast as we can to support all of you. But yeah.
Okay, so we have our first group of 2-minute pictures. So this is the order: Avani, John, Melissa, Mary, Lexi, and Kate. And so you will have 2 minutes. I have a timer here on this iPad. Hopefully it will start and maybe take a minute. So we're gonna, oh, Avani, okay, just in the nick of time. So let me let you catch your breath, and you can come here, take the mic, and wait till I start. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Anjali Goyal. This is my website and my Instagram and my email address if you want to get in touch with me. So I'm having a solo show at Duck Creek. It's at East Hampton's What the Garden Remembers. It's up from May 9th to June 14th. So if you get a chance, go see it. It's a beautiful space, and I know it's a little far, 3 hours, but it's worth going to that location. And then I'm having another solo show at Art House in New Jersey. So if you get a chance, go see that space. Next slide. Can we get a next slide? Oh, thank you. Bloom After Fire, this one is at the East Hampton Gallery right now. And then next, so you'll see a few of my paintings, and then you can move on to the next 2 slides. And this one is also at the gallery, and this one is from April 26th to June 4th, Solo Show Bloom at Art House Gallery. And we have in New Jersey, which is a beautiful part of New Jersey. So if you get a chance, go see the show there. And then I'm working on, next slide, I'm working on a public installation out in Brooklyn Army Terminal. So if you get a chance, go see the show at the Brooklyn Army Terminal. Next slide. And I have another show which is through NIFA Fellowship, Immigration Fellowship. So one of my paintings is in that exhibition. And the last one I'm working on a public installation at Brooklyn Army Terminal. So you'll see the last slide, keep going. So this is what I'm working on right now. So it's a huge piece, and you'll see the next slide, and you'll see how big the installation is going to be. And Jean Shin and Shirley Pepe, public installation artists, will be in this exhibition. So come check it out. Thank you.
Is John Miller here? No? Okay. If John's not here, Melissa.
Okay, first I just wanted to say how amazing it is to be in a room full of Asian people. That's so inspiring. I love being in the space, so thank you for being here. My name is Melissa Tien. I am a writer, and I am here to tell you about a short musical that I wrote the book and the lyrics for. It's called Man of My Dreams. It is inspired by the phenomenon of fantasy dating in China. Does anyone know about this? For those of you who don't, it all started like 15, 20 years ago when there were video games that you could download onto your phone aimed mostly at women, where the point of the game is to become a girlfriend of like one of the 4 or 5 guys who are courting you. That's it. That's the goal of the game. It is so popular. 350 million individual downloads of this game have happened since then, okay? So naturally, the next step is that real people in China are now cosplaying as characters from this game. You can hire them to cosplay your boyfriend. The catch is that the cosplayers are women playing the men. because it's safer for females to hire females playing men than it is for them to hire actual men, okay? So you can imagine this might get a little complicated. Sometimes there are women who are happily married, they have husbands that they love, and they also hire women to play fantasy boyfriends, and they go on fantasy dates with them. So I wrote this musical because I wanted to dig in to what this means, for an individual who's wanting to do this. What does it mean for a society where this kind of thing exists? Okay. Right now, I've got a short proof of concept musical. There's going to be a reading of it next week. It's on Monday, May 18th at 7 p.m. at LaGuardia Performing Arts Center. This is a little bit small, the QR code, so if you wanted to come to see it, find me. I can text you the link at the end of the night, or you can Google it. It's free, it's under an hour. I would love to see Asian faces in the room. Thank you so much.
Can I cue you for the next? Okay. Hi, my name is Mary Prescott. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, composer, and performer. And I'd like to tell you all a little bit about my project, Ancestral Table. Ancestral Table is a shared meal and interdisciplinary solo performance that examines the relationships between ecology, migration, cultural inheritance, and maternal legacy through my Thai mother's family recipes. Next slide, please. I took my mom's family recipes and researched the ingredients to trace my ancestral migrations through Asia. And from that research, I created an interdisciplinary performance, which includes original music using Fender Rhodes, Thai percussion, found sounds, and electronic processing, inspired by Thai music and the sounds of cooking. Film from my research travels throughout Thailand and in my mother's hometown of Songkhla in the south, and text from my mom's memoirs. The audience eats the meal of the dishes that inspired the project while they watch the performance for a truly multi-sensory, time-traveling, cultural memory experience. Next slide, please. I premiered Ancestral Table in LA about 7 weeks ago with the LA Phil and Liquid Music producing. Thank you. And with legendary restaurant Jitlada partnering to prepare the meal. And these photos are all from that performance. And I'm going to be, next slide please. I will be bringing Ancestral Table to New York City in late 2026, likely mid-November. And that will be with Roulette in Brooklyn as my commissioner producer. And the amazing Southern Thai restaurant Chalong, which is not too far from here, for the meal. They are, in my opinion, like the best Thai restaurant in New York City, but no shade on the other Thai restaurants. I wanted to give you all a heads up that I'm bringing Ancestral Table to New York City, so if you're interested in attending, you can let me know and sign up for my mailing list at mary-prescott.com. I'm also looking for additional partners who might be interested in joining forces to support the project, so if you have resources that might be a good fit to share, or ideas of people or organizations that want to help support. It's a no small feat to try to produce a fully catered dinner and production at the same time. So if Ancestral Table interests you, please come talk to me. And I also have cards that you can get and take them home with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here today. So I'm here on behalf of VCS. So VCS is the Vietnamese Creative Society. We're a nonprofit. We founded about a year and a half ago. We're here. We're just dedicated to bringing together Southeast Asian creatives and Vietnamese creatives across New York. We think of ourselves as a lightning rod for all communities. And we like to address all of our activities like a pie chart. We do cooking and physical arts, performing arts, all the arts. So just a bit of a brief through history before I focus on the events that I really want to talk about today. So we first started off with a music and fashion show. So I'm a fashion designer. My co-founder is a composer, and he composed the score for my first fashion show, which was super cool. And then from there, we just kind of blew up. We started doing things for Vietnamese holidays, other Southeast Asian holidays. We have the Festival. We've done cafe pop-ups, and with that in mind, we're also here as a a resource for our community. For example, our cafe pop-ups, we've had people come up to us and be like, hey, I want to put on an art gallery, but I don't know how to do that. So we'll help you find a space, we'll help you find vendors, and that is one way that we like to give back to our community. We've done, again, all sorts of workshops and activities. So our main event that's coming up is our annual Southeast Asian Festival. We are partnering this year with over 12 organizations, Thai Theater Foundation, Singapore Unbound, just to list a few, and then we're featuring over 30 plus food, arts, and crafts vendors. We have performers, we have activities. So please, please reach out to me. I forgot to put a QR code for more information, but this is happening May 30th of this year. We're really excited to bring it back. We had our first one last year. And then in addition to that, I also want to propose an event that we're currently working on called the Get In Gallery. And it is dedicated to showing artworks from our parents, our grandparents, aunts and uncles of first gen and second gen. I feel like BCS really focuses on us and on the current generation, but we also really want to highlight generations before us. So we're looking for a venue, we're looking for people to participate. So come reach out to me afterwards. Thank you. Kate Lee here?
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Kate. Kate here is my artist name, but I'm actually here to talk about Happy Jam, which is a jam that I host in my house. And you can see the pictures, it's people playing music. So next slide. Yeah, so the ethos of this jam is that it's just for the minorities of most other jams in the city. So I don't know if you've ever been to a jam. Any jammers? That's okay, this could be your first one. So the community is already one that exists, right? It's here. It's like just the fact that I think that somebody said earlier that it's really amazing just to see like a bunch of Asian faces in the room, and I feel like that's kind of like what this jam also embodies, is that it's not really like a formal gathering. It's really just a party. People come and they play music. And they find like collaborators. There's artists that are also like drawing. Maybe I can show on the next slide. Oh, that's videos. I don't know if we're gonna be able to play these. Are they playable? Yes. Cool. Oh, there's no sound. Well, you can just see how happy everyone is, you know. That could be you. Oh, great, that's me singing. There's people dancing, violinists, wow. So, well, I don't even know if you they're all playing at the same time. That's really, really chaotic. It doesn't sound like that. It sounds much better. So I think the last slide is going to be, yeah, so come and hang out. We have one this Friday. And these are all of the things that we're looking to do in the future, but you know, this is not really, we're just looking for more people that are looking to find a place to like informally gather with other Asian creators, AAPI creatives. Oh, AAPI Jam, like AAPI, but pronounced AAPI. Okay. So yes, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend, and I think all of you guys are my friends too. You know, come talk to me, we can like be actual friends. Okay, so the next slide is the last one. I have an email list for the future. That's our Instagram, but also just like come talk to me and I'll just give you information. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to all of our pictures. Okay. So next we'll have our second featured presenter, Anjali Goyal from SAWCC, the South Asian Women's Creative Collective. Anjali serves on the board of SAWCC and works at Art Pool by Day, which is a cooperative that provides administrative support to arts nonprofits. And pre-pandemic, she worked as a force development manager, and before that, she was the programs director at the Asian American Writers Workshop. But now she's going to talk about SAWCC. So I will give you Anjali.
Sorry everyone, I'm just getting my notes
words up. I can't read them on my phone because it's just too small for me to read. Okay, so my name is Anjali Goyal. All right. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. That's way better. My name is Anjali Goyal. I'm on the board of SAWCC. I first joined SAWCC in 2006, and I was on the board until 2015, and then I left, and then I came back in 2018, and I've been on the board again since then. SAWCC is a multidisciplinary arts organization. It was founded in 1997, and we do a variety of public programming that presents the creative work of South Asian women, such as salons, talks, workshops, readings, screenings, performances, exhibitions. This is a conversation that we'd had, maybe starting 10 years ago, but we chose to change to spell the word women with an X to be more gender expansive and include folks who identify as women, queer, trans, non-binary, gender non-conforming. So the theme today is kinship. I thought a lot about that word and thinking about how that word is really foundational to SAWCC from its very beginning. It was meant as a space for South Asian women artists to find peers who understood the context of their work from a culturally competent perspective. And from that, friendships grew, community grew. Next slide. So SAWCC was founded by the artist Pyari Azadi, who formerly was known as Jayshree Abhinchandani in New York City in 1997. And SAWCC held its first meeting at the offices of the Sister Fund in Manhattan. And this is an image that Pyari shared with us. This is a photo of her day planner and her journal with a list of the people who came to that first meeting. There were 14 people who came, and they were invited through word of mouth and through various grassroots spaces, including organizations like SAWCC for South Asian Women and the South Asian Lesbian and Gay Association, which is nowadays mostly known just as SAWCC. Next slide. SAWCC became a nonprofit a few years later, and through its programming, SAWCC platforms the work of various South Asian women artists, allowing both for community building and for raising visibility for artists that extend beyond just this small community. And the next set of slides, I'm just going to show some program highlights and talk about SAWCC through those. Let me go back to the first one. SAWCC's first public event was called Wild Tongues. It was a festival for women of color. And at that time, there were no other South Asian arts-based organizations in New York, so that made SAWCC a really unique space of support and community. And sisterhood played a really significant role in the creation of the organization and the collective. Okay, next. This is a slide from SAWCC's first annual festival, first anniversary festival called Karma Collage. Next. Community building happens not just through programming, but also through protest. These are images from a protest that SAWCC did with SAWCC at the India Day Parade because they would not allow SAWCC to participate in the parade. So SAWCC organized a protest instead, and it was covered in the New York Times, so we got a local press slip there. Next. So in those early meetings, in the early days, in the late 90s, a lot of these meetings, salon-style meetings, would happen in people's apartments. So here are some photos from artist Chitra Ganesh's home, where she invited everyone over to talk about their work and hang out. Next. This is a cover image from an exhibition that SAWCC did called Unsuitable Girls. The title, is meant to reference subverting expectations that are placed on South Asian women. Next. This is a slide from our 10th anniversary exhibition called Sultana's Dream. Again, Sultana's Dream is a reference to a short story where women are the dominant gender in society, and men stay in behind closed doors, indoors. Next. So SAWCC did a lot of its programming for a really long time at the Asian American Writers Workshop. This is a photo from a program that we did when the Asian American Writers Workshop was on 32nd Street in Cape Town. This is our literary festival, a literary festival that we did. Our keynote speaker was Jabal Lahiri. Next. This is from SAWCC's 15th anniversary. This was kind of a reunion of a lot of, I think this is a photo of all of the past and present board members at that time that showed up at that event. Next. These are photos from SAWCC's 15th anniversary exhibition, which we did at the Queen's Museum. Thanks. Here's some press clips. We've got some nice write-ups from the New York Times and the New Yorker for that exhibition. Next. This is an event that, this is a protest, another protest that we did outside the Indian consulate in 2013 to advocate for safety in, for women's safety in public spaces. Next. Next. This is a program we did at the Brooklyn Museum. Next. This is another literary festival that we did in 2016. The author here is Mira Jacob, who is a novelist, and she actually said in the talk that in the late 90s she was invited to a SAWCC program, and that's what gave her the motivation to keep working on her novel. Otherwise, she was like ready to quit. Next. This is a performance piece that we did, walking, sort of a moving performance piece that happened walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. Next. This is a symposium that we did where artists just came together to talk about their work. Next. This is our 20th anniversary exhibition. We did it at Abrams Art Center. Next. So after 2017, we were pretty burnt out. We kind of stopped doing any programming for a few years, but we started to have some momentum, and we wanted to start doing programming again around late 2019, early 2020. We were about to start launching, doing stuff again, and then COVID happened. And so we did this instead. So this was at like the very beginning of April in 2020. I brought a bunch of people together on Zoom, and it was actually a really great, warm, lovely gathering. Next. Sort of post-COVID, but like, or during COVID, we wanted to do programming outdoors, so we did this. We started doing these comedy shows in Fort Greene Park. Next. This is the next, this is our most recent exhibition. We did it in 2023 at the Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts. Next. This is a program that we did just last year. We did it at the Asian American Writers Workshop. It was a collage making workshop with artist for Khan. Next. And then most recently, we've actually been talking a lot about archiving, and we've been working on this project with the South Asian American Digital Archive called Archiving the Arts. And so we've been doing a series of oral histories and digitizing a lot of our print materials. A lot of the stuff that's in this slideshow is from that work. There's a photo there of the 3 organizations that are part of this project and our oral history fellows. The other organizations are the Music Circle, which is based in Los Angeles, and 12 Minutes Gallery, which is based in Philadelphia. And so I just kind of wanted to, when I was going through the archive, something that I thought sort of really spoke to the theme of kinship was I found these slides from 2015 where SAWCC had done this Twitter campaign called SAWCC Love Stories. And people, this is when Twitter still only accepted 140 characters, so people wrote a love story in 140 characters. So I just found a few of these. You can just kind of quick through them. Next up are upcoming public programs. We're doing this printmaking workshop with artist Farah Mohammed. This will be at the Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts on June 16th. We don't have the information up yet, but we'll get it up in the next couple of days. If anyone wants to sign up, is interested in printmaking, they're welcome to sign up. And the only other thing that I can mention right now, we've got other programming that we've got planned for the rest of the year, but next year in 2027 is SAWCC's 30th anniversary. And so we have a lot of stuff planned for that, including an exhibition that we're doing at the APA Institute at NYU. And that's it.
Thanks, Anjali. Apologies for Maka's behavior. She got very excited when the pizza came in. Okay, so now we're going to move on to pitch group 2. We're going to start with Matt. And then, so everybody just get ready. Tianyun, and then Lauren, and then Chung, Addie, and Jane. So, Matt.
Hey everybody, this is Matt Liu, a Chinese artist, photographer, and teaching artist living in New York and living and working in New York, basically in Queens. So I teach high school students how to take photos and hi. I teach scene makings and photographies to new immigrants, high school students. So it's really happy to introduce my ongoing photographic documentary project to you guys. It's about the new Chinese immigrants, the specific stories of the individuals. So it's a little bit different from my past documentary photography. It's about the Flushing area, like urban environment, the distance between the immigrants community and the mainstream society. So this time I moved my lens to individuals who's came from China when they were young, or like around 16 to 18. So this is their another home in the world. So I call this is a conditional home. This is basically a brief statement for this project. And so this is Xiang Yu. She's here when she was 16, and now she's 22. I mean, she was here alone, and she spent her youth and teenagers time in New York City. She graduates from the FIT, but her student's visa is about to expire, so she has to go back to China this summer. And next, please. So this is Zach, 18 years old boy, just came to the United States for 1 year, and he's in high school near Wall Street. And he came to the United States after his mom passed away, and he's here to, achieving his dream to be a fashion designer or a fashion photographer. So my plan is, I'm trying to find 5 to 8 participants who's interested in this project, or if you want to be documented, if you are interested in the story, please come to me. And also, if you are a curator, like self-publisher, gallery owner, and this project is, I'm still discovering the possibility of this project. So please come to me and let's see if we can work something out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, hey guys, my name is Tian Yun, and I'm part of an indie publisher named Spec Collective. And we're currently developing a collective magazine project called Sleepwalking in Foreign Lands that explore diasporic experiences of cultural longing, displacement, nostalgia, and searching for home within two mirrored narratives. The idea of sleepwalking was born from thinking about my experience growing up in China during the 2000s, when global pop culture was rapidly entering everyday life. Many of us were shaped by imported images of the West and Japan and South Korea through fashion, television, music, video games, and early internet culture. These places became almost dreamlike to us as symbols of freedom, modernity, and imagined future. Now, years later, some of us has migrated into the world we once fantasized about, and I became interested in the emotional collision between our childhood projections and the reality of living abroad here. At the same time, I've met many Asian Americans and children of immigrant families who experienced the reverse, growing up in the West while carrying fantasies about a distant culture at homeland. Right now, we have 6 writers and artists working across essays, photography, and visual art for this project. The project is still in an early development stage, and I'm currently looking to connect with more potential collaborators, especially illustrators and translators, as well as people who are interested in publication support and funding opportunities. So if you're interested in the project, the theme resonates with you, I would like to connect with you guys later. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren. I also go by the artist name Mariah. I know Lisa already talked about the A4 Pride variety show that we're putting on. I just wanted to give it a little bit more context. You can do the next slide. I'm an artist and I've been lucky enough to dabble in the drag and ballroom and queer nightlife scene over the past couple years and have been able to witness how transformative of a community and practice it's been for myself and just in the people around me and the people I've met. And I'm just really passionate about bringing these types of spaces to more people, more access to learning about underground culture and the form of drag and underground performance. Next slide. So, I pitched this to Justine and just on the website, and I'm lucky enough that we were able to put it together. So we made a drag workshop, just something that is very low barrier, beginner friendly, and you can do the next slide. And it was such a fun time. We had so much fun. I smile when I look at these pictures, and it just felt so playful and whimsical. And I just think it's really important to have spaces of joy too in programming, and spaces where we can feel like we can let our inner child shine and just connect with each other in a very playful way. So the through line between this workshop was that these participants were able to sign up for the variety show that we have coming up. So next slide. We have a show hosted by Shioho, and I'll be there stage managing. And I think we have about 12 performers that we have selected, mostly from the workshop. And I would just really love if all of you could just buy your tickets right now, so we can just make it a successful night and hopefully have more programming like this in the future.
Hi, my name is Chung Gu, and tonight I'm here on behalf of Working Son. We've had the pleasure to work with A4 in various capacities in the past. It's great to be back and see everyone's face. So Working Son is a grassroots collective led by migrant, misogynist, and sex workers across the Asian diaspora, and we formed in 2017 in response to the death of Womxn, a migrant Chinese massage worker killed during a police raid in Queens. We believe that decriminalization is essential to reducing police violence and workplace raids. Next slide, please. Enabling workers to share resources and organize for safety without the fear of arrest and deportation. Next, please. Thanks. As part of the Great New York 2026 show, PS1, our activism team, together with artist Agustina Wang and the homeroom team at the PS1, collaborated to present Touch the Heart, whose title is a translation of the Cantonese phrase dim sum, The exhibition is designed as a dim sum restaurant room within the gallery room, staging 4 tables, each gathering stories of migration, bodily care and desire, rituals of grieving and longing, and provisions of cultural heritage. During the COVID-19 lockdown, when massage workers struggled to stay in businesses and uncertainty spread quickly, RCS provided groceries, cash assistance, and translation services. As anti-Asian racism intensified, the collective became an even more vital point of. Next, please. Just want to quickly highlight the show is really a mirror of the work that we do. Here are our dim sum events, and which inspired the layout of the show, and then these are the paintings by Agustina, which portrayed the belongings of our sisters in our community, and the story goes back to the installation for the vigil for the time that SWAT shooting 4 years ago at this point. And we also have this room at PS1 where everybody can drop in and make migration maps on these printouts that we created for the show. That's it. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Adeline Babin. I also go by Addie. If you're pitching tonight, you probably heard from me from email. Oops. This is also my last week with A4, so I'm leaving on Tuesday. I've been working with them for a year as their Anjali Goyal Memorial intern. I'm also graduating my master's next week as well. Yay! So, in addition to all those things, I also direct a nonprofit here in New York City, and we're called the West Side Chamber Players. This is our 4th season of programming, and Matt, who just pitched earlier, has been taking our pictures this whole season, and they have been wonderful, so you should all follow us on Instagram. And so, just a general question, who would say that they like classical music, or are classical music fans? And I would probably say to that, the others who don't feel like they like classical music, it's probably because you don't feel represented in classical music. You probably don't celebrate it in classical music. You feel like there aren't people who look like you in classical music, but our organization changes that. So we're a bunch of young people who play classical and contemporary music in free public programs. In the past 4 years, we've had 60 free programs serving audiences here in New York and also in Hudson County, New Jersey. And what if our leadership looks like this? When you hear classical music, you often just think about a lot of dead white men, and that's not us. So this is our mission. This is our belief as an organization that impactful art cannot exist without the diversity of people and ideas and just that in general, and this is what we do. We recently performed at Carnegie Hall just this past April, and I was very lucky to wear BJ Floresca's dress on stage, the recent winner for Project Runway. Oh, that's my time. But any composers out there, we have a very awesome opportunity for early career composers and sound artists where we have a call for scores. It's due in June 30, so if you're not a composer and if you know anyone who might be eligible, or it's on our website, websitechamberplayers.com. But yeah, we're celebrating our 5th season of programming next year, and you can sign up for our mailing list. Again, classical music should be for everybody, and it should not be exclusive, and that's our mission.
Okay, is Jamie here?
Yeah. Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Jamie Leo. I'm here to pitch Sunrise Movement New York City, which is the org that I organize with on the theme of kinship. This is where I find a lot of community. We are a youth-led climate justice organization, and one of the things that we're most known for are direct actions. So on the left, that side, this is a sit-in we did at the Hilton Hotel to protest Hilton health and ICE officers. On the right, this was a few days ago, on May Day, we had a block party outside the New York Stock Exchange to send solidarity to workers and sort of encourage people to strike on International Workers' Day. We also do a lot of political work. We were supporting Zoran Mamdani's mayoral campaign in the pretty early stages. We have a lot of relationships with electeds. We invited Brett Lander to come to our energy affordability rally, where we're trying to really raise awareness of the utility rate hikes that Con Edison is going to implement. Since I'm at an A4 event, I also want to talk about the art that we do. We have a lot of members who want to exercise their creativity in terms of the flyers that we do, the art bills that we do, where we put banners together for protests, rallies, things like that. And we also host a lot of events. On the far side, there is a book fair fundraiser that we did, where we invited Victor Manibo and Yumi Kitase to AAPI speculative fiction authors to talk about their visions for the future. We also meet in person, often have food gatherings to hang out, because that's kind of the core of organizing. You want to be in person together. The bottom right is a Lunar New Year potluck I hosted for our AAPI caucus. And yeah, I think if you're a young person under 35 years old and you're really looking for a political home, you want to organize on climate justice and all the issues that intersect with it, we would love to have you. So there's a QR code to our Get Involved form, or you could find us on Instagram if you want to see what we're up to, or you can just find me, and I'm happy to chat about it. Also, my friends Allison and Anu are here, so we all are in this together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Thanks. Let's another round of applause for all of our Okay, so now it's time for our 30-second pitches. So if anybody would like to get up and share something, or if you gave a pitch and you didn't have enough time to finish it, you can put your name up here. No takers? We always have. Are you all so excited to eat the pizza? No, it's just cheese. Okay. After the first one, maybe we'll get some rolling. So, okay. So you can get up here, talk about anything, ask for collaborators, talk about whatever. I will start the timer, and you can just hand off the mic to the next person. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ishan. I'm an interdisciplinary artist based in Brooklyn, probably like a lot of people here. I just wanted to shout out an existing community based on this theme of kinship. I run this community called Art Luck in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. It's every fourth Thursday, and it's a space for arts of all kinds. So I draw, I write, I perform, and I've never seen a space that really honors all those things, especially if you're a visual artist. The space between showing your work is very wide. It's like you're showing your friends, or you need to be in a gallery. But this is a space where we have an open gallery. You can put up objects, jewelry, whatever. You can perform. I'm also looking for chefs to share samples, but it's just like a fun night to hang out. And it's for people that don't really consider themselves artists either. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Allison. I am a writer, and I'm currently working on a project for the Tangs Pride Fest, which is like a festival of plays that they do every Pride Month. And I'm currently looking for creative team members and actors to be part of my piece. I don't have time to describe it, but it's called Meanwhile I Got Engaged, and it'll be on Sunday, June 28th at 3 p.m. And we're gonna have time commitment is about 8 hours of rehearsals. So yeah, if you're interested, please come find me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Dakota. I actually pitched my book at an A4 town hall 2 years ago, and I'll be publishing it this fall. It's a story about growing up in Indonesia, thank you, in Indonesia growing up. Think Ta-Nehisi Coates meets Kathy Parkon, but with a focus on Indonesia. If you ever launched a book or any similar project or product, I'd love to talk just to get some advice, best practices, and yeah, thank you.
I'm going to
about myself this time. So I'm a fashion designer, and I'm working on this really cool collection for the release of this awesome Vietnamese rapper, pop artist. She's based in Austin. Her name's Prom Queen, and she's doing her fashion show to celebrate her third album, which is awesome. But anyways, I'm upcycling a bunch of AAPI's traditional Vietnamese garments. If anyone knows anyone that has some, you have some yourself. I'm creating a collection fully upcycled from them, so let me know. Thank you.
I'm also here to talk about myself. My artist name is Kate Tier, and I'm like a pianist, producer, singer. And I have a show next week, next Friday, at Wonderville at 8 p.m. And I am looking for a cellist for that show. So if anybody wants $50 and can play the cello and can read music, please come find me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jimmy Yang. I'm a choreographer. I do contemporary jazz theater. I'm in the process of creating a piece inspired by Rabbit God. It's a queer god from Chinese folklore, and it's in the piece we're using staff as a prop. It's gonna combine movement and martial arts. It's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be it's later on in the year, November, at the Cultural Lab. LIC in Queens. I'm also looking for volunteers, helpers down the road. If you want to chat, yeah, please talk to me later.
Okay, anybody else? Last chance? All right, oh, you want to get him out of here. You gotta get him here and then make sure you put your name and your contact number. You can pitch first and then you can put your name up. Yeah, and then you can know. Okay.
Hi, I'm Hana. I am a super junior member of the Japanese Folk Dance Institute of New York, and we are doing a Pan-Asian performance at Tribeca Performing Arts Center. Yes, sorry, VMCC Tribeca Performing Arts Center on June 20th and 21st. There will be Hawaiian dance, Korean dance, Indonesian dance, and us. And the theme, because of spring, is dances of woven water. So all of the dances will involve like some mask work and also like watery themes. It should be really beautiful. Please come. I have like 2 postcards, but take down the like, here. Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Ming, and I'm also from Samak Collective, and I'm doing a project that's related to urban exploring. I explore myself, and I do photography based on around that. And if I'm also like making music, and would like to explore with like experiments, like sound spaces in when exploring the ruins and places that are visited. So if you're interested in that, come by me and we can explore together, or like we can work on the project together.
Okay, last chance. Sorry. Okay, no more pitches. Okay, well, let's give everybody a big round of applause. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks to Anjali, thanks to Sarah, to all of you, to this amazing team. And yeah, if you have any questions, come talk to us. If you want Justine's job, come talk to me. And hopefully we'll see you at another event very soon.